Sinners, a story of family, music, and a battle against evil set in 1932 Mississippi. The story begins with twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, returning to their hometown of Clarksdale after spending time in Chicago. They've made good money working for the mob, and now they're ready to invest it in a new dream, buying an abandoned sawmill to turn into a juke joint. The landowner, Hogwood, sells it to them, but when the brothers warn him they'll defend their place against the Ku Klux Klan if necessary, he brushes them off. With opening night just hours away, the brothers gather their team. They visit their uncle Jedediah and convince his son Sammy to play guitar for the new joint. Sammy promises his father he'll be back for church the next morning, but he's eager to join them. Stack is impressed by Sammy's talent, and along the way, they recruit a seasoned musician known as Delta Slim and a local man named Cornbread to serve as the doorman. Meanwhile, Smoke goes into town to secure supplies from the Chows, a family of grocers, and reconnects with Annie, his estranged lover. Though their relationship is filled with sorrow over the child they lost, Annie agrees to help at the bar and in the kitchen. But while preparations are being made, something sinister takes shape elsewhere. A drifter named Remick seeks shelter with a couple, Bert and Joan, claiming he's being chased. They take him in, but soon discover his dark secret. Remick is a vampire. Before long, both Bert and Joan are turned into creatures of the night. That evening, the juke joint opens. The place is alive with music and dancing. Sammy plays his heart out for Pearline, a woman who catches his eye, while Stack struggles with the reappearance of Mary, a woman from his past. But the celebration is interrupted when Remick, Bert, and Joan arrive, asking to join. Smoke refuses them entry, sensing danger. Mary, desperate to help Stack, goes to speak with the strangers. She is lured by their strange gold coins, but soon becomes another of Remick's victims. Now a vampire, she returns to the juke joint, seduces Stack, and kills him. Smoke discovers his brother's body, but it's too late. Stack rises again, no longer human. The survivors barricade themselves inside as Remick's growing army surrounds the joint. Annie explains the grim truth. Once someone is turned, they're gone forever. The only way to end them is by sunlight or a stake through the heart. Inside, fear spreads. One by one, those inside are picked off. Grace, Pearline, and even Annie are lost. In a heartbreaking moment, Annie begs Smoke to end her life before she turns, and he reluctantly drives a stake into her heart. Slim sacrifices himself so that Smoke and Sammy can escape, but they're soon confronted by Remick and the vampire version of Stack. Sammy fights bravely, smashing his guitar over Remick's head and wounding him with silver hidden inside. At that moment, Smoke seizes the chance to drive a stake through Remick's chest. The vampire erupts in flames, and his followers are destroyed with him. As dawn breaks, the nightmare seems over. Smoke gives Sammy their car and tells him to leave town. He stays behind, preparing for one last battle. Hogwood, revealed as the leader of the local clan, arrives with his men. In a bloody ambush, Smoke wipes them out, but is fatally wounded. In his final moments, he envisions Annie and their child waiting for him. Sammy survives and goes on to become a legendary blues musician. Decades later, as an old man, He is visited after a performance by Stack and Mary, still alive as vampires. They admit they've followed his career for years and ask him to play one final song. Sammy refuses immortality, but he plays for them anyway, reflecting on that long, terrible night. Though filled with tragedy, he calls it the best day of his life because for that brief time, he, his family, and his music were free. And that's the movie Sinners, a haunting tale of blues, blood, and brotherhood in the Deep South. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories just like this.